Have you ever wondered why we are so obsessed about gear? Because if you're anything like me, you already know that better gear does not always equal better photos. But still, you can't stop yourself from buying the shiny new lens, even though you know that it's not. In this video, I'll give you 3 reasons why that happens. And at the end, I'll give you one very simple exercise that will get rid of your gear addiction once and for all. In all honesty, I could have just listened to the advice of the experienced people around me. But no, I decided to make those mistakes myself, waste a bunch of money, and figure it out all by myself so that you don't need to. But at the end, you still. But before you press the back button, let me tell you, I am not here to waste your time with some generic advice. This has genuinely worked for me, and I am completely certain this will work for you too, if you put in the effort. The first reason is that buying new gear feels like progress. You hit buy now on the new lens, and for the next few weeks, life is amazing. You are going out more, you're shooting more, and even your photos do look a bit different. But that's not progress. Progress in photography is not exciting. It's going out, shooting, making mistakes, learning from those mistakes. It's unglamorous. But our brains hate slow progress. So it tricks us into thinking that maybe there is a shortcut, and that shortcut is buying new gear. And yes, it works, but only in the short term, because what you're actually doing is extending the honeymoon period with every new purchase. The second big reason is comparison culture. You're out there scrolling on Instagram or YouTube, and you see that your favorite photographer is using the new Leica or maybe the latest Sony or even a Fujifilm. And you think to yourself that only if I had that camera, I could have taken photos like him. Yeah. This is one of the worst lies we tell ourselves. It's so bad, it's stupid. Because deep down, you know that that person didn't get those photos just because of his gear. Think about it. The legends of the past, the ones who truly shared photography the way we know it today, didn't have the best gear. They did not have eye autofocus, they did not have amazing ISO performance, they did not have 30 frames per second burst. All they had were film cameras where everything was manual. And yet, they're what continues to inspire us to this day. So when we compare ourselves and blame it on the gear, all we are doing is avoiding the uncomfortable truth that it's not the camera. Gear becomes an excuse to go out and do the uncomfortable work. If you go out and shoot with the gear that you already have, it's going to expose your weaknesses very quickly. Bad composition, missed timing, and weak storytelling. And this is very difficult to face. So instead, we convince ourselves that all we need are better tools. It's like being a writer who researches spends on the internet all day long without actually writing anything. This has really worked for me, and I can guarantee that it will work for you too. Step 1 is make a list of at least 5 photographers who really inspire you, whose work you really like. Step 2, look at their entire body of work and find 5 photographs for each photographer that you really like. Step 3, go out, push yourself out, and try to replicate those photos. It doesn't matter if it's a complete copycat, as long as you try and replicate those. Very soon you'll see that gear is not the limiting factor. It's your own skill level. And this realization made me feel that I was obsessing over the wrong things. Now there is an obvious exception to this. If you are inspired by wildlife photographers, you really do need a telephoto lens. Don't go out there shooting a lion with a 16mm and then tell that I told you to do so. So next time the urge to buy something new hits you, ask yourself this: do I really need this to create a photo that I just cannot do with my current setup? Or is it to escape the grind again? Now don't get me wrong, I'm a beginner myself and I have not been able to figure it out completely yet. But I'm trying to learn as much as I can. Thanks for watching, and thanks to everyone who subscribed.